Hey everyone, how's it going? JDStrategic here. I hope everyone's doing great today. As I mentioned on Instagram on Friday, I said Monday I'll be seeing you guys on YouTube. This is going to be the first upload to YouTube. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. Thank you to everyone that served. In today's video, I'm just going to do a brief introduction to kind of my goals with this page and why I'm starting this page, and especially why I'm starting this page specifically today. But overall, I'm working on building a brand. If you can't tell, my shirt says JDStrategic, my brand's JDStrategic. That's the name on the Instagram page. That should be the name on the YouTube channel as well. And overall, I'm just looking to build a brand. As any young entrepreneur in this world, we're always looking to network. So as I'm kind of explaining my thoughts and opinions on this page, I'd love to hear other people's thoughts and opinions. I'd love to network with other people. Always looking to gain new perspectives, especially in this online world. It's really important to use technology to your advantage. And that's something that I haven't been doing the last few years and look to kind of work to improve upon now. So overall, I'm just any entrepreneurs, any young people out there, I'd love to network with you guys, especially if you're business minded like me, care about what's going on in the world, investing maybe something you're passionate about, the stock market, all that stuff's very interesting to me. So I'd love to network with similar minded people, or even opposing minded people especially. That's always super interesting. So the motto of this page of JDStrategic, you can see it in the Instagram bio, but it says stronger individuals, stronger society. So in my opinion, throughout like everyone's lives, we're kind of taught to rely on the system. We're taught that to listen to what society tells us to do rather than to think for ourselves. You know, we're all taught that we go to school for a certain amount of years, then you go work the 9-to-5 job. Today, especially with the media just tells people on whatever side you are what to believe, rather than kind of coming to those thoughts and opinions on your own ideas. It's very important nowadays, especially, to think for yourself. There's so much information being thrown at all of us, so it's really tough to filter out what's real and what's not. Another example, I think, is just retirement. We're all taught that like 65 is the age to retire, but if you start with a proper investing and a budgeting plan when you're in your teens and 20s, then you can really retire at an age you want. And this doesn't have to be specific off people that are earning the most money. Like, you don't have to be the highest earner to retire at an early age. You just have to know how to budget, how to live below your means, and how to invest that money properly. So these are all important concepts that I think aren't necessarily taught to us. But if you start to kind of just explore for yourself and think for yourself, these ideas I think are really important and can really go a long way in all of our lives. Especially if we're not really looking to work until you're 65 years old. Especially, I think it's really important to start coming up with good habits at a young age. So I definitely don't have all the answers. I've read some books at this point that have drew me to some basic conclusions. But overall, investing doesn't have to be like the hardest thing ever. You don't have to be an expert at this. It's one of the only things you don't have to be an expert on, and you can still beat the experts at, which is pretty fascinating. So investing is going to be one of the topics that I'll be exploring in this page. Another thing that I'll be exploring in this page is psychology. I think it's really important to understand how your brain and how your mindset works. If you want to accomplish your goals, you really need to understand why you act a certain way, why you respond to certain things a certain way. I think that really goes a long way to achieving your long-term goals. Along the lines of investing, I think another topic that will be included is crypto. This is definitely part of investing. It's a new kind of asset class, if you will, but there's been a lot of ups, there's been a lot of downs right now. There's a bit of a crash, but overall I'm very curious to kind of network with people that are in the crypto world and kind of hear more of your thoughts. And I just think it's super fascinating, so I'm super interested to learn more about that. So I'd love to network with people that have interests along those lines as well. What else do I want to talk about? So I guess overall, the point of this page is really to just explore new perspectives. I want to try to understand the world around me. It's just so complex. So there's just so much to understand. So I guess the goal really is to just network with people, try to gain more perspectives, hear other people's opinions, and try to just see the world in a different light. I think that's really important, especially as someone just in my young, I'm 23, so I think there's just so much more out there to learn, so many different topics. So if anyone has interest in any of these other topics, I'd love to network with you guys, as you said. So I think one of the last things I'd like to talk about in this video is overall in life, I think people are either on two paths, and either path is really fine, but you really have to think about this if you want to get to where you want. And there's either the path of self-improvement, where you're working on yourself each day, you're challenging yourself, you're trying new things, and then there's the path where you're stagnant with your life, and days, weeks, months, eventually years pass by and you're kind of in the same place that you were before. And that's really a result of not being on that path of self-improvement and trying to work on yourself. So I've definitely had days, weeks, months where I've been in a stagnant place. So it's really important to really look in the mirror and reflect and try to see what are just the small things that you can do. And just doing those small changes can really go a long way, in my opinion. So yeah, I really do think there's two paths, and I've been on both of these paths. And when you're in that path of being stagnant, it is really challenging to get out of there. But I've challenged you just to do one small thing the next day, and I think it could really go a long way. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone that's been tuning into the Instagram page. I hope I can see you guys on the YouTube page. I'm going to be consistent with both of these pages going forward. I really appreciate everyone that's following me, and I really look forward to starting this journey with you guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I look forward to speaking to you guys tomorrow. Bye.